Teves over alleged loose arms. Teves is currently abroad and is seeking an extension to his trip after being implicated in the ambush of Governor Rufilega. Authorities raided the properties of Negros Oriental Representative Arnie Teves over alleged loose firearms. Teves is currently abroad and is seeking an extension to his trip after being implicated in the ambush of Governor Roel Degamo. In sports, the PBA All-Star Weekend kicks off in Pasig, Iloilo with players showing off in the Skills Challenge. And in world news, China hands Xi Jinping a historic third term as president. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your weekend. I'm Angela Lagunzad. We begin today's newscast with authorities recovering several guns and ammunitions from the properties of Congressman Arnie Teves on Friday. Justin Punsalang with the details.
At past 5 in the morning on Friday, employees of the Teves family were surprised when authorities barged into the house of Representative Arnie Teves in Bayawan City, Negros Oriental. The warrants were addressed to Congressman Arnie and his two sons, Kurt Matthew and Axel, and were issued on law enforcement's belief that grenades, high-powered firearms, and ammunition are stashed in the Teves home. A lawyer was present to receive the search warrant, but the lawyer and the employees were not allowed by the police to witness the search. They were also not allowed to take photos and videos to document the raid. Instead, they were asked to move away from the house. Other staff of the Teveses were closely guarded by the police.
Papakain lang kami ng manok. Paano namin hindi kasali sa mga ganitong bagay. Katrabaho lang kami.
3 search warrants were served in Bayawan City, while another 2 was implemented in the municipality of Basay, where the lawmaker has a resort. Based on a CIDG report, a grenade, 3 pistols, and live ammunitions were recovered at the resort. A certain Jose Palo Gimarangan living in the house was arrested for illegal possession of explosives, unregistered firearms, and ammunition. In a Facebook Live days ago, Congressman Teves said that the police revoked his gun license. He has surrendered some but still has a few in his possession. He promised to turn in the unlicensed firearms when he arrives from the trip abroad.
Pagbalik ko, agad-agad isusurrender ko na ang aking mga baril. Ngayon, hindi ko pa nga alam kung ano yung tamang proseso. Kailangan ko ba kumuha ng permit to transport? Dahil baka hulihin ako sa daan habang papunta sa pag-surrender ng aking mga baril sa nearest police station.
Meanwhile, Teves' legal counsel attorney Ferdinand Topacio questions why police did not allow witnesses to observe the raid.
Kung wala kang balak gawing masama, bakit kailangan palabasin mo lahat ng mga tao dun sa bahay? Bakit hindi mo immediate pakita mo, room by room, ito, nagse-search kami, ito.
Congressman Teves and 5 others are facing murder complaints over killings perpetrated back in 2019. The representative is also being implicated in the murder of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo. However, the CIDG clarified that their operation has nothing to do with Teves' alleged link to the ambush.
Ito po ay pursuant doon sa aming project ng CIDG, flagship project na Oplan Paglalansag Omega. Which is against po sa mga illegal firearms.
May relasyon po ba ito sa pagkamatay ni Governor?
Hindi po namin, wala po.
News 5 reached out to the Degamo family for their reaction on the recent raids on the Teves' properties. They refused to comment for now. Meanwhile, House Speaker Martin Romualdez is urging Congressman Teves to come home from the U.S. as soon as possible. Teves was supposed to return home on Thursday but opted to extend his trip in the wake of his alleged involvement in the Degamo murder. For News 5, Justine Punsalang. We are One News.
Meanwhile, House Secretary General Reginald Velasco says that Congressman Teves wants to extend his travel clearance. Teves initially sought clearance to visit the U.S. from February 28 to March 9. He has yet to return home despite his implication in the killing of Governor Degamo and separate murders in 2019. The congressman now wants to extend his travel but has yet to file a formal travel authority from the lower house. Velasco said they cannot act on Teves's request since it lacks certain information, including the specific place where he will be staying. Velasco said that Teves's chief of staff only mentioned Europe and Southeast Asia without any specifics. Because of this, Teves's request for a travel extension is deemed invalid and his case may be referred to the Committee on Ethics for further review.
So it's not an official letter kasi nga kulang-kulang hindi yung information na gusto namin. So, kailangan may formal communications kami from Congressman Teves kung ano talaga ang sitwasyon niya at gusto niya.
The Commission on Human Rights has also deployed a team to investigate the assassination of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo. Chairperson Attorney Richard Palpalatok told the chiefs that they immediately conducted a parallel investigation to determine if there was a violation of human rights in the case. Palpalatok is also sounding the alarm over rising cases of violence and killings in the country.
As soon as we heard the news about the killing, we immediately deployed our quick reaction team for the conduct of independent and parallel investigation on the incident.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Angela Lagunzad. Cagers Paul Lee, Dave Marcelo, and David Morel reigned supreme in the skills challenge of the PBA All-Stars weekend on Friday. Magnolia star Lee knocked down 28 points in the three-point shootout finale, beating San Miguel player Marshall Lassiter and Terra Firma's Wami Chongson. Meanwhile, Tropang Giga Dave Marcelo outclassed Rain or Shine's Bo Belga and Ginebra's Christian Stan Hardinger in the obstacle challenge after finishing the course in just over 25 seconds. Converge forward David Morel executed a 360-degree windmill slam, clinching the win at the Slam Dunk Challenge. Morel beat Blackwater's Tyrus Hill for the title 92-91. Meanwhile, Team Greats overpowered Team Stalwarts 156-138 in the Young Guns games. Magnolia's Adrian Wong took the MVP title after shooting 29 points for the Greats. Ball to volleyball. That's the unique UAAP journey of DLSU Green Archers Benjamin Phillips. Gretchen Holt tells us more.
basketball or volleyball? Lucky for Benjamin Phillips of LaSalle, he doesn't have to choose. Right now, the 6'8" just made the official DLSU Green Spikers lineup
Ben Phillips take it to the
shortly after playing center for the LaSalle basketball team.
Put that on a highlight film.
I don't think a lot of people believed me when I said that I would be playing volleyball. Medyo mahirap yung first 2 weeks, adjustments and things like that. But my team is very, very helpful. My coaches are amazing, so I'm thankful that they were able to take me into their family.
Phillips, a silver medalist in the UAAP 3-on-3 tournament, now joins the club of UAAP athletes with 2 sports on their resume. The recent athlete who completed this feat was Kirk Long of Ateneo, who played in basketball and baseball back in 2008. Sports has always been part of Ben.
We're a basketball family. Yung tatay ko, he played sa Division I sa US, so we really get our basketball from him and our grandfather. And then on the volleyball side, that really comes from my mom, yung nanay ko. So she's the Filipina, galing sa Cebu. So actually, that's the reason why I'm wearing 24 sa volleyball, because that was her number that she played with high school.
Being a 2-sport athlete in the UAAP is extremely tough, especially with a schedule. In the morning, Ben practices 3 hours with the volleyball team and another 3 hours in the evening with basketball. Now, on top of that, he has to juggle his academics and his business back in the United States. But Ben says he's able to do it all with the support of people around him, including his coaches.
In terms of attitude talaga, hindi mo matatawaran yung attitude ni Ben. Pagdating sa training, all out talaga yan. Very hardworking athlete. Kung paano siya sa basketball, ganun din siya sa volleyball.
With his new role as a volleyball player, Ben knows that the challenges are bound to get tougher, but he has this to say.
I really want to just prove to a lot of people that you can do 2 sports. Being a dual sport athlete is very, very hard, but if you have time management and you have the perseverance and resilience, then you can do it.
Gretchen Hall, We Are One News.
Xi Jinping has begun his historic 3rd term as China's president on Friday. This was after almost all 3,000 of China's rubber stamp parliament voted for Xi in an unopposed election. Despite having only one candidate, voting still lasted for over an hour, with the electronic counting completed in just 15 minutes. Xi is set to fill top positions in his cabinet over the next 2 days. The Chinese president is now seen as China's most powerful leader since Mao Zedong. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Angela Lagunsad. We are One News.